Hey everyone, it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video to YouTube. I've been working quietly behind the scenes on a new website. And those that have been following me for the last year or so know that I have been talking about earnings candidates, IV crush candidates, and I've been working behind the scenes to automate that and make that easier for you to be able to go at the click of a button, be able to see what I see, and make it super easy to select some of those candidates. So without further ado, let me introduce Quantitative.net. It's quantitative tools for retail traders. Let's jump into the real meat behind this website, and that's under the tools section. There's several tools to be able to choose from, and they're all included in one membership. If you take a look at Gamma Wall, it's for support resistance. You can pull it by stock, indice, and it'll tell you exactly where the gamma walls are. We'll go into that in just a second. Put call ratios, sentiment indicator, IV crush candidates, which you guys have seen me use a lot during earnings season, high IV, gamma scalping, if you want to look at that. Put candidates, what candidates are good candidates to sell premium on based on upcoming earnings, and then a payoff calculator, poly market scanner that's still in beta, that it just lets you know about whale alerts. But let's jump into Gamma Wall. All right, so here it is by default. SPY tells you where the current price is, and it lets you know where all the open interest is on the strikes. So it lets you know what your net gamma exposure is and has some signals over here on the side. So if it's in the green, basically it's the difference, how many calls, how many puts. And if you're more call driven, there are more calls than puts, it's going to be in the green. If there are more puts than calls, it'll be red. And that's just your gamma exposure. Basically on the bottom side of this, if you're in the red, it shows that you are negative gamma, which means that moves will be amplified. Positive gamma, moves will be dampened. It also lets you know where support and resistance are. So that is your net gamma exposure. I will create some more videos on each one of these categories. I'm just going to give you a quick high level. Under put calls. So I've got 493 of the S&P 500 stocks listed, and it shows you daily put call ratios. It's a very valuable sentiment indicator that shows the more options or the higher the put call ratio is, the higher the fear is, and vice versa. The lower the put call ratio, the lower the fear is. This is a sentiment indicator. You can see that I've been collecting data since April, and over the next 2 to 3 months, you will see another line appear. Actually, in 21 days, you'll see a line appear. It's the 21-day moving average, but over the next 2 to 3 months, you will see a trend. And as that trend develops, then you will spot stocks that are good for sentiment. There will be a list down here where you'll be able to sign up for, and these put call ratios will be sent to you weekly. But for now, you can see what they are daily, where they're trending. Take a look at SPY. All right, you can see it's starting to trend downward. People at this moment in time are getting less fearful. Eventually, this will potentially get very low, and then it'll roll up. And anyways, I'll show you that in a deeper video, and there's some trades that you can place around that. I do use it. It's very good. High IV scalping. These are candidates that are high IV and have high turnover, are liquid. You can see that they trade lots of options volume. I'll go into this a little bit more detail, but if you want to do gamma scalping or reverse gamma scalping and collect some of the theta, these are tools. AXTI, iRent, Wolf are current companies I am trading and doing quite well on because the implied volatility is so high. Again, I'll create another video on this particular tool. Put candidates, click run scan. It's going to go out and pull live options data, and it'll tell me what earnings are coming up next and does some calculations for us. Companies that are coming up, Okta coming up on Thursday, Adobe coming up in a couple of weeks. So take a look. We'll just use Adobe for example. Expected move is 11.2%. It's going to go find the strike that is the optimum to play at a 1x move or a 1.5x move. So in this case, the price is 240. It's finding the 215 strike, telling you what the current price is of that with the ROI with the margin, and then 1.5 times strike, a little bit more conservative play going down and selling a 200 strike, and what the premiums are. So $139 on this one, which would give you a return on cash at 0.69% for a week. Annualized, that'd be much, much higher. And these are the companies that are coming up. Again, I'll create another video on this. And then everyone gets, whether you're free or tiered membership, you get the payoff calculator so you can see how your payoff might work. Take a look at this. So if you wanted to visualize something and you're like, I've got this 1 or 0 DTE out there. I put 0 just by default, and then look at what happens over time. There's your P&L diagram. It's all calculated. You can see that on the chart. Over on the left tells you all the Greeks and what the impact is. If you wanted to add a hedge leg and you wanted to do something a little bit different at a particular time, look, check that out. It's very easy to see what your payoff is going to be nearly by the minute. So I think that's pretty cool. And then the last thing is the poly market scanner. This is still in beta, but if you wanted to sign up for whale alerts and contrarian events. As you probably heard in the news, that Polymarket is a sort of a gambling site, if you will. Not really, but where people have actually went out and placed large trades, and we saw what happened when something was about ready to be announced. There's some pretty large trades that have happened right before someone has said something. So this thing goes out and listens for that and then sends you a text. It says, hey, there was an unusually large contrarian trade on Polymarket. Maybe you want to know, so that you can just be in the know of what's happening, and you can sign up for that. Finally, got the strategies we talked about, some videos, video page, and then I mentioned this before, but I do offer one-on-one coaching if you want to sign up for that. And then finally, the very last thing is, what does it cost? The Pro plan, you get 3 days of free trial. You have a free membership, so you get access to some basic put call and some basic scanning. Pro plan, you get everything. You get everything I just showed you. You can pull put calls, buy stock, buy every stock. And then desk plan is everything plus an hour of coaching for the month. So take a look at this website. Let me know what you think. Drop a link down in the comments and even drop some notes on the website. I would love your feedback. And if there's anything out there that you want me to add, I've got some other ideas that are in development right now, and I will be adding those. And that price that you see listed will include any future development, and that price is lifetime. So take a look. Let me know what you think. See ya.